Oh, cobblers. A shoemaker worked on this last. Look at all that mud. There's no need for it. There's no damage here, really, of unspeakable issue. I'm expecting to find a dent down in there somewhere. Owner was asking, can we save them? Do we got to get new ones? You know, man, I get another used fender. I'm gonna have to go through the same shit. Find the mud. A couple places down south I pull out of. Send me really good stuff, but still there's work to do. I think I showed you all this already. This one, oddly, this one is the least offender. There's almost no mud in this side. I gotta pull that trim off down low over here. You can barely see it. I'm not crawling around to show you. Sorry. I did, however, pull the trim off over here. And I gotta say, I'm not that displeased. Of course, the shoulder's got to be reworked on that more than likely. Doesn't look like there's much left. Section repair on the door. So we're gonna have a lot of, and then all these holes are gonna have to get welded up. But if you look, most of the pins pulled out, so they're taking a chunk of metal. Pins back there, not so much. They took some metal with them. It's rotted out back there. But you know, they lost that definition of line between the rocker and the quarter. That gets replaced anyhow. It's a quarter. That gets replaced, at least a good portion of it. Man, you know, here we're at. Kind of want to give you guys updates. See what's going on around the shop. We pulled it back in. We're supposed to get a hellish snowstorm tonight. We'll see. Hey, YouTube land. There's been a lot more vlogging on the old page, the channel, than skills based, but it's been, last month's been mostly hustle. Selling, moving, negotiating, everything else. It's a brave new world, I reckon. Kent, the gentleman with the pickup accessory, looks like we're ready to ramp up production on that. I don't know how much I can explain the magnitude that would mean for me personally in the shop. There's been occasion come across that I may split the shop. I don't know yet. I may bring in someone that wants to basically have me build a body shop, collision repair body shop. Do low to mid-level, light hits, rust, things like that. The quick turnaround shit, which is great. Any guy out there, professional, will tell you that the collisions make more money than restos. I care about money insofar as I've got to pay my bills, pay my guys, pay my vendors. Past that, so long as I can have a few cool old hot rods to drive around, money's not my driving factor. It's never really been a driving factor. Yeah, you gotta make smart business decisions. You gotta stay on the hustle and do it right. But I just want to build stuff. I want to make shit. I want to make cool things. I want to build things that matter. You know, we're here in Iowa. Property prices are real low. I mean, very low. $1 million buys a palatial estate around here. Type of property prices, housing prices, and you know, I've built $1 million homes. Literally built them. Concrete hole in the ground. Here's a blueprint. Oh, by the way, that square wood over there, we want you to build round shit out of it. Those are the most unsatisfying, unfulfilling homes to build, because the people that lived in them, all it was a tool of social status. They didn't care about that house. And I thought, you know, build these big houses, build something that matters. Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, those big houses wash you quicker than anything else. You lose your shirt at one wrong turn. The little houses, little rinky-dink, we built 40 of them already. Type of little houses, 1,200 square foot ranch on an unfinished basement. Those are some of the most fulfilling homes I ever built as far as new construction, new starts go. The sold ones, at least, you know, because the homeowner, the person that was going to live there, was coming in and out, and they were very grateful. They had a home for their family and their kids. And I got away from all that market crash and everything else. I always played with cars, always. And you know, cars are very personal. And that's why, you know, I've stated before, I shop my customers the way they would shop me. Mr. Turk with the Le Mans, Mr. Trotter with the Monte Carlo behind me. Very agreeable, very polite people, very respectful. I mean, that's important. Just a modicum of respect. I'm not anything fancy or great, but just respect. But what I'm building for them is their very own life-size Hot Wheel. And, you know, car people come from all walks, all socioeconomic outlooks. I get to build shit that matters now. We gotta take most of this down. We just do. There's dents all in here. It's not bad. I got a couple section repairs. I ain't mad at her. That's what I'm using. I bought they called it a buffer on Craigslist, and I had a guy that was working for me at the time. It was on his way home. I said, go pick it up. Let's see what we got. No, it's a grinder. It's just an electric grinder with a PSA pad on it. Obviously I can't use it to buff, but I kept it around. Figured, fuck it, I might use it one day. I used that on the El Camino to strip that door that was so bad. But this one, it's not awful. I mean, we had the rust starting on the roof, and I just ran it across here like you're buffing along, you know. And this car is in its third restoration. This will be its third time through. There's 3 paint jobs on this, all of them red, factory. From what I can tell, factory, a repaint and a new top, and then a repaint without replacing the top, as you can see here. But see, this was underneath that new top. That's plastic. But on the other side there's lead in there. So they ground out the lead and put it in plastic. That's what happens, folks. They put the plastic in way too thick. You know, let's say right there on the bucket, no more than 1/8 of an inch thick. This will draw the moisture to the steel. And that's what you get out of it. I'm just kind of going around. I'm trying to get a jump on this. I think I can have this metalwork part done most of the way by the end of second week in February. It gives me March, April, May to get it finished up, and this is the hard part. Yeah, here you go. Here's that lead. It's all lead. So what? Owner's going to be by, he was supposed to be by yesterday, but I didn't have this in the shop. So he's going to come by next week and look at it with me. We're going to decide if these fenders are salvageable or not. I've got mixed feelings. We'll see what we're going to do. Unfortunately, what I'm finding, what I should do, he's going to have to come up with more money, because we really need this glass out of here. The front not so much, but the back glass is leaking, and I knew it at the time. I told him at the time we may have to not forego that expense. We may have to do it. But you see, that needs leaded back in. It just really does. It leaks. If you can see down through the muck, see how that inside there is all curled up? This window leaks. It needs to be pulled and put back in. Well, that's about $200 just to put it back in. That doesn't include bagging the interior. That doesn't include the work that needs done here to make all that straight. Doesn't include any of that. I mean, we could raise the rates another $1,000 if it comes down to it, and that's easy. This is intensive work, time-consuming, intensive work. Rick Fix over there, you know what I'm talking about. I saw all this gutter. You fabricate all that shit on your Nova. Oh my God, you know what I'm talking about, buddy. Anybody else who's gotten one of these, they know. Kindly-hearted fella who puts all of his love into his cars, and his wife apparently enjoys it as much as he does because she lets him. God bless both of them. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to convince these folks that I'm not just grabbing at their money versus trying to do them a fair job and be reasonable. I got to eat. We'll see how the conversation goes next week.